Right now, we're going to talk about small business ideas and how you can make $100,000 per year from your small business. We're going to go through the exact steps that you need to take to be able to generate 100K as a one-person business that can support you, your lifestyle, your dreams, and goals by running a small local business in your local area or city or region. Alrighty, I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about next. So let's go. All right, most videos that you're going to see online, they're going to say something like, follow your passion, follow your dreams, do something that you like, because that way it's never going to get boring. You would still do it anyway. Well, let me tell it specifically how it is. Everything, when you do it too much, gets boring. Now, if you like something, there's a higher chance that it will stick around, but even if I absolutely love doing YouTube videos, they still get repetitive and boring, and you need to change scenarios, you need to do different things to keep yourself going through the flow. So following your passion and following your dreams is not specifically the correct advice. It's putting you in the right framework, but that does not mean that you're going to hit that bullseye of profitability and actually having a successful business. So what are we talking about? We need to understand a couple of the framework pieces. Now, what are the framework pieces of running a small, successful, highly profitable local business? All right, so let's start with this. You need to write down the skills that you can do today as a business owner that somebody is going to pay for. First of all, somebody's going to pay for them. Second of all, that you like. And third of all, you can actually build a business with. Okay? So right now, take down a sheet of paper, use your phone, it does not matter. Write down all the things that you can do that people pay money for. Okay? It does not matter. You could be scrubbing the toilets. You can be washing dishes. You could be building websites. You could be mowing lawns. You could be changing plumbing. You could be building roofs. You could be doing some kind of specific services. I know there's services like within the HVAC industry, there's specific testing services that you can do, right? What is something that you can do, that you can sell, and that you can actually build a business on? Okay, what is that something that you can understand? Now, something to note here is that you can always go and learn a skill that you can sell, that you can make money with. But it's important for it to be something that you like as well, because that way you are going to be on top of it, because it's your passion, because you would still do it whether you or working or not. All right, so it helps to connect those two, your passion with something that you can do, but it has to be a real business. Okay, now write those things down. Okay, so let's say you wrote down I love to use this example, a landscaping company. You absolutely love landscaping, you know everything about landscaping. Okay, what do we do next? All right, so we have all of these ideas. You know, you could even build an online business, right? But right now, we want to focus on something that you can sell locally. Selling services locally is the fastest way to get to a highly profitable business and build the real money quick, because people all over the internet do not have access to your hometown, to where you're located, where you can literally go out on the street and say hi to strangers, build that rapport, and sell services, right? That's not what we're gonna do. That is not how I like to market small business, but that is something that people do all the time to sell services, because the arbitrage is person to person versus the internet, okay? But let's continue on. You have a landscaping, you wanna start a landscaping company. You are highly passionate about landscaping, okay? The second step, after you figured out what your small business idea is, you want to figure out your market. And by market, I mean do market research. So here's how you do market research with anything, literally. You go on Google, okay, and you type in your niche, which is your skill, plus city. All right, so if your niche is landscaping and you live in Los Angeles, just so you know, LA is very competitive, but if you live in LA, you're going to type in landscaping Los Angeles. And here's what you should be able to see. You should be able to see ads on Google from 1 to 4 ads, maybe even 5 by the time I'm recording this video. And then you should see a map pack. And then you're going to see the organic results after that map pack. And here's what you want to look for. Ideally, this is ideally, right? Do what you can actually do, what you can actually deliver a high quality service on, do what is profitable. But the point is, this is in the ideal situation. You're looking for that keyword that you just typed in, landscaping, Los Angeles, you want to see an ad running, at least one. That proves to you as a person who wants to start a small local business that people are paying money in that niche to buy services. Okay, this is very important. A lot of people don't realize that you need to do something that has already been done. Do not try to reinvent the wheel and create some kind of a service that is just crazy. Nobody knows about it. Don't do that. This is across the board. I have failed so many business things because I've tried to create something crazy, something new, something that nobody has heard of. People like to stick to what they know, so do something that is viable. A viable business, when you start doing market research and you go on Google and you type in your niche plus city, let's say it's sewing LA, or I don't know, draping services, some kind of carpentry service, some kind of repair service, plus city, you should see ads. If you're seeing ads, that's a good indication that that business model is profitable, okay? Now, on the other side of the spectrum, you want to see ads, but you don't want to see too many ads. If you're seeing 4 ads on top of Google, right? And then you're seeing an ad within the map pack, which is, you have these, after your Google ads, you have this map pack, and it shows the top 3 businesses that Google thinks is relevant, and you see an ad on top of those 3 businesses, and it says in little letters ad. That means it's probably very competitive, and it's going to be hard for you to get on top of Google. Now, it's still possible, but you need to try to find something that's in between, where it's not too competitive and it still has something, some kind of a easy way to get on top of Google. Because this brings me to number 3. We need reach. What do I mean by reach? You have an idea, you have a business idea, right? You want to do landscape, you want to do web design, you want to do some kind of IT service, right? We need to connect you to potential searchers on the internet in your local area. We need to connect that, right? And from the results that I'm seeing, ranking things on Google and on Yelp, I'm seeing that you have to be in the top 3 search results in order to get any kind of statistically significant traffic. Okay, if you want to build a long-term business that is sustainable, where you don't have to spend money on leads, which is the kind of business model that I teach. They're not totally free, but somewhat free. And we're not running Google AdWords here. If you want to create that kind of a lean business, you need to figure out how you're going to get in the top 3 spots, whether that's on Yelp or Google. These are the prime spots from where leads come into play. Okay. So we need to connect the customer to you, connect that. People are going to find you. People are searching for your services all day long for the most part, right? If you just do something common, you just have to connect you as the business owner to the customer. Brain fog there, right there. All right. I have a couple of videos. I have a video on Google My Business and how to create a Google My Business listing, and then I have a video on Yelp and how to rank in Yelp. I'm gonna link those videos down below in the description. Watch them, okay? You need to be on both platforms, on Yelp and on Google, okay? And then you need to know how to rank, meaning how do you get on top of Google search for the keywords that matter to you. And by keywords, I mean when somebody searches landscaping Los Angeles, okay? Or I don't know, like toilet cleaning in San Diego. That's a totally absurd example, but I'm trying to show you a practical example of keywords. Alrighty, so that is about it. In essence, we need to figure out a business idea that people are willing to pay money for and show up in the top results of Google and Yelp to get free or mostly free customers. Alrighty, so last tip, this is just a sideways pro tip that I want to stress, is please try not to run your startup business on a credit card unless you have cash sitting there that can cover your credit card expenses. Please do it on cash. Here's why. What happens is people start using their credit card for their business, they invest a lot of money, and the business does not run. And then they say, business does not work, I will rather work for the guy, for somebody else. I don't want that to be you. And you do that by saving a few thousand, right? You don't even invest in anything for the most part, right? Figure out what is the minimum viable method that I can build my business with, and then use that, and use those few $1,000s that you have on marketing and putting your business on top of Google, on top of Yelp, so that you get leads. And then when you get leads, then you figure out, okay, right, how am I actually going to perform this service? It's so much better to say no to a client than to invest into a bunch of equipment and then not be able to have great marketing and put yourself on top of Google, and that means you are in a negative position. At least if you rank yourself on Google, then you already have people calling you. You can always say no to them, but at least you have that client and lead flow coming into your business. Alrighty, you do not want to put yourself in a negative position. That is why 90% of businesses fail, because they over leverage themselves with credit. All right, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, drop them down below. I'm gonna make a few more videos on how exactly can you put yourself on top of Google, all right, and how exactly can you put yourself on top of Yelp, more specific videos. But for now, I want you to be successful and make $100,000 as a single person business owner. Alrighty, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.